What I want to talk to you about today is creativity, where it comes from, why it matters, and what it is. Um, so if you haven't watched this TED Talk, go check it out. So now that you've watched the video, let's talk a little bit about what creativity means. To her, she takes the stance of creativity being a burden on the author, but also being very rewarding. She discusses a lot about the pressures of creativity and her solution, the necessity for a genius that helps the author, that creates distance between the subject and the author. I found that really interesting, but I also thought a lot about what creativity means to me and if that's truly necessary, because I also dislike the idea of denying the author agency for something that reflects who they are. So what is creativity? I'd say that it's the experiences that make you who you are. You might have those experiences in common with a lot of people, but creativity is also the interpretation that you have of those experiences. So it makes up your personality. It makes up how you carry yourself from day to day. It makes up your approach to different problems. That's all your creative personality. So one of the really cool ideas the talk covers is the idea of catharsis for the author. These creative ideas kind of beg to be made, but there's also a downside to this. The fact that even though these ideas reflect us, they kind of take over who we are and what we believe. So when you're exposed to these kinds of ideas for too long, there's a definite danger to becoming the same thing. I found that creativity comes from a lot of different places, but when it's most potent, most valuable is when you go from having your ideas, interpreting those, to having the ideas of all the people around you collaborating and working together. Maybe that's kind of idealistic, but it's also really cool when people are able to come together and create something greater than the sum of their parts. This talk reminded me a lot of the story of Francisco Goya. He was an 18th and 19th century painter who lived during the time of Napoleonic conquest and the Peninsular War. And as a result, his life very much mirrored the style of his painting. He went from a very lighthearted Rococo style to dark, brooding, and bleak styles with his black paintings and etchings. And that kind of got me wondering if he had had some distance between himself and his inner genius, the ideas he created, would they have had such a strong effect on him? It's kind of a really sad irony, actually. The fact that creating something is what gives the creator meaning, but it also has the power to destroy them and bring them down. It's actually really kind of depressing, but I guess it's something we all have to live with. If you like the ideas I talked about today, go check out this playlist by TED. It includes very similar videos to the one I referenced today, and I think you'll like it. Bye.